Hello everyone, this is lesson 5. Let's do it. The goal is to introduce business terms, supply-demand equilibrium, and linear functions again, and then interpreting slopes as a rate of change. Okay, so we have this question: company, manufacturer, and sells books cases. The company's accounts knows it cost $32,000, $32,120 to make 800 bookcases and $50,000 to make 2,000 bookcases. The accountant wants to find linear cost functions C of X. Based on this information, X is the number of bookcases manufactured. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. So we have 800 bookcases, and the cost is $32,120. And then we have 200 bookcases, 2,000, right? And then it costs $50,000. Okay. We want to find the cost function. So we had last time, cost function, we had a variable cost and then fixed cost, right? So let's do it. The slope. So it's a linear, so we have to find linear. So y equal to mx plus b form, right? So slope first. So we had the slope formula, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus, what is this? X sub 1. So here, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub, sorry about that. Okay, so there will be 50,000 minus 32,120 over 2,000 minus 800, right? So there will be 17,880 over 1,200. So if we calculate this one, this will be 14.9. So we have to find the linear equation. So we have a point slope form, which is y minus y sub 1 equal to slope x minus x sub 1. This is the point slope form. So let's pick any order pair here. So in that case, let's pick the first one, 832,120 here. So this is x sub 1, y sub 1, right? So we have y minus y sub 1 equal to slope x minus 800. So y minus 32,120, we do distribute 14.9x minus, we multiply this one, we get 11,920. And then we add 32,120 both sides. So we have y equal to 14.9x, and this will be plus 20,200. So this is a y equal to mx plus b form, which is equation, right? But we have to use the function notation, linear cost function. So C of x, which is copy down, 14.9x plus 20,200. So this is the answer. Okay, let's move on. So we knew the form, which is y equal to mx plus v form. That's the equation notation. We want to express as a function notation, which is f of x equal to mx plus b form. So we knew the order pair, right? So x of 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. We know the slope formula there. Okay, now let's do this one. We knew one more things. This is a slope, right? This is a y-intercept. Let's denote this way. Okay, now a company distributes college logo sweatshirts and sells them for 50 each. So sells them for 50 each. This is revenue. So this means revenue. The total cost function is linear, we learned previously, and the total cost for 100 sweatshirts is $4,360, whereas the total cost for 250 sweatshirts is 60, which is $7,060, right? So we need to write the equation for revenue function. So revenue function will be R over X, which is 50X, right? Okay, second one, write the equation for total cost function. So we have to make a linear, right? So linear. So then y equal to mx plus v form. So we did that earlier, right? So we need to find the slope first then. So second part. So slope y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So in that case, we have 100 shirts and 4,360. And then we have 250 shirts, 7,060, right? Dollars. Okay, so we knew this is the x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So that would be slope y2 7,060 minus 4,360 over 250 minus 100. So numerator is 2,700 over 250 minus 100, which is 150. So if we calculate this one, we get 18. Now, point slope form. So that will be y minus y sub 1 equal to slope x minus x sub 1. So we pick anything. So let's pick the first one. So y minus x sub 1, y sub 1. So y sub 1, 4,360 equal to slope, which is 18 x minus x sub 1. Okay, so y minus 4,360 equal to distribute 18x minus 1,800, right? So we add 4,360 both sides. So we get y equal to 18x plus 2,560. Okay, so we want to know about the total cost function. So we are using the C of x function notation equal to 18x plus 2,560. We know that this is the fixed cost, right? Fixed cost. And this is a variable cost. Then that's the total cost, right? Okay, so this one, let me write down when producing X shirt Given that the cost per shirt $18. Okay, let's move on. C, find the break-even quantity. So we had a break-even last time, so revenue equal to the cost function. So, oh, I need to note break-even. So C, break-even. So revenue equal to cost function. So R equal to R of X equal to C of X, right? So we have in the beginning, the revenue, which is 50X, and then cost function 18X plus 2,560, right? So 50X equal to 18X plus 2,560. And then we need to solve for X. So subtract 18X both sides. We get 32X equal to 2,560. And divided by 32 both sides. We have X equal to 80 shirts, right? So this means the company needs to sell at least 80 shirts to cover all costs and start making profit. So after 80 shirts, right? Okay, now so let's take a look at this one. Let me read. It has been estimated that Southern Stream can support 81,000 fish if it is pollutant, right? Pollution free. It has further been estimated that for each ton of pollutants in the stream, I said, right? 1,800 fewer fish can be supported. It's a linear, right? Equation that gives population of fish, P, in terms of the tons of pollutants, right? X. Okay, so this one, P of X equal to negative 18X plus 81,000, right? So let's check that. So check. When X equal to 0, that means pollution free, right? Pollution free. Then we get 81,000. So that is the truth, right? When X equal to 1, then they say that if each ton of pollutants in the stream, then 1,800 fewer fish, right? So 1, then that means 1,800 fewer, right? So that is true, right? So we can do that more. All right. Okay. Let's do this one. We have rate of change. So rate of change tells how one variable changes another variable change, right? So normally we have x and y, right? So how y variable change as another x changes, right? So the minimum wage in San Francisco, I Google it. So July 1st, not yet, right? So today is June 24th. So July 1st, 2024 is $18.67 per hour. So currently we have $18 or 7. If we make times 8, just for your reference, then that's $141.36. Okay, so legal maximum speed on the freeway is, I don't know, 580, 65 miles per hour. So speed is rate. Speed tells how distance change when time change. So we have a slope there. We talked earlier, right? So slope of a line is rate of change. Okay, now population females under 18. So we have 2000 to 2060, 2020 to 2060. The number of females in US under the age of 18 in millions can be modeled by n equal to, I think they're using n number of females, right? So 0.150x plus 37.4, where x is the number of years after 2020. So the first one, n as a function of x. What is the slope of a graph of this function? So we know this is a slope, and this is a y-intercept, right? Okay, the first one, so slope is 0.150, same as 1.5. Okay, let's interpret slope as a rate of change. So this population is projected to increase by 0.15. It's a millions, right? So million per year. Okay, see, what does the model predict the population of females under 18 will be in 2040? So they start to 2020, right? So note from 2020 to 2040. So their difference is 20, right? So that is 20 years. Okay, so that is the x. So n over x equal to 0.15 x plus 37.4. So we plug in, substitute when x equal to 20 equal to 0.15, 20 plus 37.4, which is, if we calculate this one, we get 40.4 million. All right, let's do this one. So we have solving systems of equations, supply and demand equation. Okay, so demand means Oh, they don't say that here. So demand is demand by customer for com commod it's hard to pronounce commodity, right? So demand, let me see, demand by consumer, same, or commodity, commodity, yeah, commodity. Okay, now we have a supply by company. 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 Okay, so we have equilibrium, right? So this is a thing, balance, right? Okay, now, so I want to make a note. We talk about the demand, right? So quantity, demand will increase as price decreases, right? And we can say the quantity demand will decrease as price increase, right? So opposite way. Okay, now, once again, equilibrium is where the price quantity demanded equals, right? The price and quantity supplied. So that's the equals. Okay, so we have an example here. Supply and demand equation for shoe are given by demand this equation, supply this equation. So let's find out. So P is the price, Q is the quantity. They're just using first letter from the price, P, from the quantity, Q, right? Okay, the first one, find the quantity demanded when the price is $600, not $660. Okay, so demand equation, we have A. So demand 2P plus 5Q equal to 200, right? Okay. We can use that, or they already calculate, right? So this is a better P equal to negative 2.5Q plus 100, right? So P, which is $60, either one is okay. And equal to negative 2.5Q plus 100. So negative 100. Or we can move the other way, right? So we have negative 40 equal to negative 2.5Q. So what's the Q? Sorry for Q. So quantity will be 40 divided by 2.5. So we get 16. Okay, I need more page. All right, now we have supply. So P minus 2Q equal to 10. So these are for P already. So P equal to 2Q equal to, 2Q plus 10. So P was $60. So 60 equal to 2Q plus 10. So minus 10 both sides. So we have a 50 equal to 2Q, which is Q equal to 25, right? Okay, second part. This is number 1. Quantity, oh, that's the number 2, supply. And number 3, at a price of $60, is there a surplus? Surplus means too many shoes are available to buy, right? Too many. So surplus, too many. Think about too many. Or shortfall, too few. Yeah, think about that way. So what do you think about this one? So this one is too many shoes because we have more supply than the demand, right? So let's conclude, right? So there is if a supply is bigger than demand, it is surplus. If the supply quantity, how about quantity of? Quantity supply is bigger than the quantity demand. It's a surplus, right? And then the other way, it's a shortfall. Short, bleh, shortfall. Shortfall. Okay. All right. Number 4. So is the price of $6 too high or too low? I think too high, right? So $60 too high because we had earlier, right? So quantity demand will increase as the price decrease. And the other words, quantity demanded since the quantity demanded will decreases as price increases. Okay, number 5. Find the equilibrium price and quantity algebraically. So equilibrium price. So think P equal to P, right? So we had we can use this one, right? So demand P, so P equal to P means demand P, price, supply, price, right? So demand, we have this, copy, Did I copy or not? Copy. And that equal to supply price. So we have this one. Copy. Oh, we need to. Okay, let me delete this one. And then that. Okay, let's start for Q, right? This quantity. All right, so start for Q. So I need a more page. So we have let me see. Add subtract 2Q both sides and minus 100. So we have let's say 2.5 and then 4.5, right? So 4.5 with a negative equal to negative 90, right? Okay, so we have a 90 divided by 4.5. So we get 20, right? So Q equal to 20. So we have a 20, so we can substitute any price. So P equal to this is supply one. But either one is okay. So P equal to 2Q plus 10 from supply. We can use either one. So P, we want to know about the price. So P equal to 2 times 20 plus 10, which is $50. All right, almost done. Last one. Okay, now this is the last one. A group of retailer will buy 80 television from wholesaler if the price is 350 and 120 if the price is 300. So this is the demand. Demand. And let's say that the wholesaler is willing to buy or willing to supply. So we see the supply there, right? So 60 television, if the price is 280, 140 if the price is 370. So the first one, find order pairs. So demand, we have 80, 350, and 120, 300, right? Okay, so supply we had 60 and 280 and 140 and 370, right? Okay, find the slope. How do we find the slope? So slope, we had a y2, y sub 2. So slope equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Well, in that case, we are using P and Q, right? So the price is the y coordinate, right? So this will be Q. This will be P price. Let's write down, this is a Q sub 1, P sub 1. This is a Q sub 2, P sub 2, right? So there will be, let me write down here. So price first, P sub 2 minus P sub 1 over Q sub 1. So P sub 2, which is 300 minus 350 over 120 minus 80. So there will be negative 514. Okay. Now this one as well. This is a q sub 1. This is a p sub 1. Q sub 2, p sub 2. So slope will be 370 minus 280 over 140 minus 60. That will be 908 if we calculate this. Okay? Y-intercept. How do we find the y-intercept? So we had y equal to mx plus b form is the y-intercept, right? Then this is a point intercept, slope intercept form, right? Slope intercept form. When you took the algebra course, right? So slope intercept form. Okay, in order to find the equation, so we have to use y minus y sub 1 equal to, correct, right? So log x minus x sub 1. Okay, so we need to change that, right? So p minus p sub 1 equal to slope q minus q sub 1, right? Okay, let's do it. We pick anyone, any order pair, right? So let's pick this one for now. So we have 120 and 300. So there will be p minus p sub 1, which is 300 equal to slope, which is negative 504, and q minus q sub 1, which is 120. Okay, let's calculate. We have if we calculate p minus 300 equal to negative 5/4q minus, it will be 4 goes to 100, 120, 30 times, so we have a positive 150. So that will be p equal to negative 5/4 q, add 300 at both sides, so that will be 450. Okay, now the supply, same thing. So let's pick 60 and 280. We can pick anything. So it will be p minus 280 equal to slope 9/8 q minus 60. So if we calculate p minus 280 equal to 9/8 q, and we calculated this one, so we get the 130 minus 135/2. So we add the 280 both sides. So we have a p equal to, let's see, using decimal, so 9/8q plus 212.5. That's the equation, find intercept B. Yeah, so this is the intercept, right? So this is a y-intercept, intercept. This is intercept. And then the form is same as here, right? MQ plus B, right? So this is M, slope. This is the slope. Okay. Now, condition for equilibrium, demand equal to supply. So we had the experience earlier. So P equal to P for demand and supply, right? So the left side we have negative 5/Q plus 450 equal to demand and supply. So 9 over 8 Q plus 212.5. Okay, now solve for Q. So we had negative 9 over 8, or we move 5 over 4 other side. Either one, okay? So let's do this one. Plus 5 over 4Q. And then we move there, so minus 212.5. Then we have, let's do it. So that will be 237.5 equal to, so common denominator times 2 times 2. So that will be 19 over 8 Q. So Q will be, so multiply by 8 over 19 both sides. So Q will be 1900 over 19, which is 100. Oh, I was using the decimal, so yeah, just leave. Yeah, okay. Now, that's the quantity, right? How about the price? Price, we can use either one, either demand or supply price. So which one is more easy one? Let's say using this one. So P equal to negative 4 over 5, I'm sorry, 5 over 4Q plus 450. So negative 5 over 4Q, we just found 100 plus 450. So that will be, if we calculate, that will be 450 equal to 325. Okay. All right, find the equilibrium price. Oh, that is the one. Oh, so this is the one. All right. Now, find the market equilibrium point in the form, the order pair, right? So order pair, the last one, Q, P, which is Q we found earlier, here 100, and P price is 325. All right, so we done. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.